suis un homme comblé chaque fois que tu me souris. Ensemble, nous allons créer un monde magnifique.
Marianne was incredibly helpful whenever we needed some sort of information. She helped us, but at the same time, I think she didn't want to be involved in the day-to-day making of the film. She never sort of made it feel like we had to make a film to please her. We were just making our version of her story.
Danny et moi partions pour le Pakistan.
I first met him, he said, that he wanted us to try and make the film the way we normally make a film. And we've worked in Pakistan before. We often normally work with small crews and work in kind of quite a sort of improvised manner. And he was great. He said, that he wanted to let us get on and try and make the film ourselves. So it actually became a co-production between Brad's company, Plan B, and Revolution, which is the company I have with Andrew Eaton. And really, sort of, he let us get on with it. So we went to Pakistan, did the film in Pakistan, and then when we filmed Angelina's section, that was all in India. And so Brad was there during that section, but he was there really more as a kind of father and husband, I think, rather than a producer. He was there, looking after all the children, because Angelina was on set the whole time. But then, in the end process, he was great as well. And sort of being, obviously, in terms of relation to the studio and so on, he was great in being very supportive and making sure that we all ended up with a film that we could all agree on.
Comment y retrouver un homme?
On va combattre les kidnappeurs par le kidnapping. Allez, on y va, Daniel Pearl est-il toujours en vie? Je croyais que c'était l'œuvre de Gilani.
I met Angelina for the first time with Marianne, and seeing them together, I mean, they were friends. They seemed to me to look kind of surprisingly similar. Their children knew each other. They talked about Marianne's experience in a very kind of similar way, and how the film should be. But also just seeing them together, they just seemed to have a kind of rapport between each other. I think they kind of recognised something in each other. So from my point of view, it was great. If you're making a film about a subject as sensitive as this, that the main character wants. Kind of knows the actress and wants her to play the part, is perfect.
Danny avait une interview et il est pas revenu, il est pas rentré hier soir. Allô?
Marianne's story takes place mainly inside one house in Karachi, and so we filmed for about 5 weeks inside a house and did the whole story sort of in chronological order. So for that whole phase, obviously Angelina was like in every scene. She was completely the kind of heart of the film, the centre of the film. And I think from the very first day, she was incredibly sort of relaxed and generous to the other people on set. Especially to kind of other people in the crew. For everyone, from the most junior member of the crew, was kind of treated in the same way. And I think everyone I met who had been with Marianne at the time said Marianne kind of created a team spirit in the house, all the people trying to find Daniel Pearl. And I think Angelina had the same approach on the film, that she tried to create some sort of team spirit in the house as well. And she was, so she was completely at the heart of the filmmaking whilst we were doing that section.
Il a une arme braquée sur lui et il sourit. Il me dit qu'il va bien.
Si vous pouviez dire une chose à votre époux, là, tout de suite, ce serait quoi?
Je t'aime. Ce film est pour notre fils, pour qu'il sache que son père était un homme ordinaire, un héros ordinaire.